Good morning. Welcome to Stretch and Flow. Hair on me today. We are doing a 30-minute kind of more movement-based stretch. You will need nothing but yourself and potentially a mat if you have a mat, but if you don't, just meet me on the floor somewhere that works for you. We're going to begin in seated pose with one foot in front of the other, or you can cross your ankles. Doesn't matter, whatever's more comfortable for you. Take a little rock side to side, maybe lift the glutes out of the way so that your sit bones can connect with the ground. Place your hands on your knees. Sit up nice and tall, roll the shoulders down and back. Close your eyes. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, you can just soften your gaze and look right past the tip of your nose. Take these next couple breaths to come into this moment and leave everything else. Allow your shoulders to drop away from your ears. Allow the skin of the face to soften. Allow the lower body to be heavy into the ground. While at the same time you have that opposition of the crown of the head lifting up, elongating your spine. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. On your next inhale, rise the arms up. They meet together and come down to center. Exhale. Two more times. Last one. This time reach the arms up and drop one over to the side. Inhale back to center. Exhale other side. Keep moving with your own breath. Reaching gently over, opening that side body. And this time when you come back up to center, breathe in and use your exhale to lead with your heart melt forward. Walk the hands out. Walk it back up. Switch the foot that's crossed or in front. We'll do the same thing. This time, if you want to close your eyes, you can. We'll inhale those arms up. And exhale down through center, palms to the heart. Inhale up. Exhale, palms to heart. Last time, inhale up. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale up again. This time we'll switch side to side. Exhaling, reaching over side stretch. Inhaling back to center. And exhaling to the other side. Finding your breath and your movement, whatever feels authentic to you this morning. If you feel like you need to pause in a sticky spot, wiggle around, that's okay. Challenge you to move with kindness, move with intention. When you're ready and you come back to the inhale up, exhale to fold forward once more. And walk it on up. Come to kneeling. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Work in a four-pointed position here, flat back. We'll drop the belly, breathe in, look up. Round the spine, breathe out, look down. Again, breathe in, arch the back. Breathe out, round the back, push away from the ground. Continue these cat-cow flows, moving with your own breath, finding any extra movement that you might like, maybe a circle with the spine, or you might want to travel backwards and forwards if you need that this morning. And then from here, come back to flat back, extend your left leg straight out from your hip. Make sure that the outer edge of the foot is connected to the ground. And then just rock back and rock forward. One last time. And then when you come back up, firmly plant the left arm and reach the right arm up toward the sky. Inhale. And exhale, slide that hand underneath, reaching toward the foot with the palm facing up. Your right shoulder and ear will come to the ground. Your hand and foot might touch and they might not. Either way is fine. Be a nice twist here and a nice stretch in that right shoulder blade area. Breathe into it. And reach it all the way back up. Breathe in and out. Release. Bring those knees together. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So kick that leg out and straight. Outer edge of the foot is still connected to the ground. And we'll rock back, rock front. Should feel really nice in that right inner thigh area. One more time, then come back to center. Right hand stays rooted to the ground. Left arm lifts up, breathe in. And on your exhale, slide that hand palm facing up all the way over to your right. Left shoulder and ear come to the mat. And then release, coming all the way up, inhaling. And exhaling down. We're going to come into downward facing dog, so you can walk your hands forward slightly, tuck the toes and peel the hips up. Find some movement. If that feels good, you can pedal the knees, bending one and then the other. And then we're going to keep that right heel down and lift the left leg and bend it. Take some big, huge hip circles Really, you're drawing a circle with your knee. Take a couple in each direction. And then pull the knee through and step the foot in the middle of the hands. If it doesn't get there on the first try, you can always use your hand and help it out. No big. So we're going to shift forward and shift backward. Moving forward, moving backward from a hip flexor stretch into a hamstring stretch, flexing those toes up and straightening the leg. Taking inhale as we come forward, chest lifts slightly. Exhale as we bow it down. Listen to the sound of your breath. Next time you come forward, plant the right hand on the inside of the foot and open the left arm up. Reach up, look towards that hand if you can. And then release it back down. Let the back knee step into plank. Hold for a full inhale. Full exhale. Lower your body down to the ground, all the way down. Hands by the rib cage, and we'll look up and lift up into a cobra. Shoulders are away from the ears, pulling down and back like a back bend. And release. Take your right hand or your right forearm and place it in front of you. Bend your left leg and reach back for it, bringing it into a quad stretch. Release that leg, switch the forearm, and reach back with the right arm. Release. Press it through tabletop or plank, up to you if you want to come to the knees, or just press straight up and back into downward facing dog. This time we'll plant the left leg and lift the right leg, bending the knee and doing those big hip circles, about 3 in each direction. Taking it slow, there's no rush here. And then pulling the knee into the chest, really, really pulling it in so that you can place that foot between the hands. Once you get there, we'll shift forward. And when I say forward, I just mean that the body's coming forward, not the knee coming over the toes. You want it relatively stacked over that heel if you can. When you come forward, we lift the chest slightly. When we come backward, we flex the toes up, straighten the knee, and bow the head, exhaling. So inhale, shift forward, drop the hips, look up. Exhale, pull it back. Toes come up, bow the head. Keep that going on your own breath. And yours might not look the same as mine might not look the same as yours. Every body is different, and there's no right or wrong here unless it hurts. So keep that in mind. Next time you come forward, plant the left hand on the inside of the foot and reach that right arm up. Exhale, release the hands, step back all the way to plank. Next exhale takes you all the way down. Once again, place that right forearm on the ground. Reach back for the outside of that foot. And this time we're gonna press the foot and the hand into each other for a half bow pose. So that knee's gonna wanna come out to the side. Do me a favor and keep it in line with the hip as best you can. As you lift up, the shoulders pull back and the foot and the hand press into each other to lift your heart and lift that knee off the ground. Only come to a stretch that feels good for you. So if it feels like it's a little too much, just back off a little bit and you can lower everything down. One more deep breath in and out. And release on your exhale. Good. Come all the way to the ground. Take your hands one on top of the other and make a pillow. Place your right ear on it. Close your eyes. Maybe take a little shake of the hips side to side. And we'll come back up for the other side. This time the left forearm comes down in front of you. Right arm reaches back for that bend the knee, reaching for the foot. Keeping that knee kind of in line here, pushing straight back. We'll lift up, pushing that hand and foot into each other, opening the chest, feeling that stretch in the quad, maybe even the bicep. And then next exhale takes you down, hands make a pillow, left ear down and release. Wonderful. Bring the hands to the side of the body. Press it up and back to downward dog. We're going to plant the right foot, lift the left leg, pull the knee into the chest, and place that foot down. This time, though, we'll leave that back knee lifted instead of bringing it down. And we'll root down through this left foot and rise up with the arms overhead. You might have a little bit of wobbling going on, and then okay. Reach those arms up and back in this high lunge. Then turn your back foot so that the heel comes down and your foot is at a 45-degree angle. Toes are facing toward the right corner of your mat. Take your hands behind you and interlace. Open up the chest, breathe in. On your next natural exhale, you're going to reach your chest forward, keeping that bend in the front knee. And maybe you come to parallel, or you can even continue to drop until those hands make their way toward the ceiling. Listen to your body. Your torso is coming on the inside of that left leg. Go ahead and break those hands apart. Drop the back knee. Pivot so that foot is supporting you, and open up once more for that twist left arm up. Bring it back down. Step back to plank. Lower the body to the ground. Breathe in, cobra stretch, lifting the heart. Breathe out, release. Tuck the toes, make your way back to downward facing dog. This time, left leg stays down, right leg lifts up. Then we pull the knee into the chest to step the foot between the hands. We're on the back ball of the ball of the back foot. Root down through that front leg and lift those arms overhead. into our high lunge. And take the hands behind, interlace, push down, look up a little bit, open that chest. And on your next exhale, we'll fold it forward. And then those arms come up to wherever feels good for you and your body. And release the hands, drop the knee. Left hand to the ground, right arm lifts up. Exhale, release. Drag the right foot back. Come to downward facing dog one last time. Then baby steps, tiptoe you forward toward the top of your mat. Feet either together or hip distance apart. We're going to lift up, inhale to a flat back. Pull those shoulders down and back. Nice flat back, long neck. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, lift it up halfway, same thing. Exhale, fold, and let it go. Inhale, lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, just release everything. Last time, really use it. Inhale and exhale. Fold and release, just hang your body here. Allow the head to be heavy, maybe shake it yes and no. Maybe grab opposite elbows and start to rock a little bit to the left and rock over to the right. And then we'll rise it all the way up to standing and take a big step out into a wide stance. Take the hands on the hips, pull the elbows back behind you, breathe in. Breathe out, lead with the heart as you melt your heart forward into a fold. Elbows stay pulling back. Lift it up halfway so your back is parallel. Interlace the fingers if you like, or keep the hands where they are, and fold one more time. Bring it back to halfway. Place your left hand down, bring your right arm up. And back to center, right hand down, left hand up. Both hands down, heel toe the feet until they're just slightly wider than a regular squat so that you can come down into a yogi squat. If you're uncomfortable here, you can always place a pillow underneath your hips so that you can sit on it, but we won't be here for long, just a couple breaths, pushing those elbows into the knees so that the inner thighs get a nice stretch. Stay here or reach one arm out and the other arm up. Back to center, other arm out and up. Back to center. And use your hands either in front or behind you to sit your hips on the ground. Extend both legs, give them a little shake. Shake it, shake it. Reach those arms up overhead, breathe in. Breathe out, fold forward. good time and good place to let something go, whether it's a physical tension that you're holding, maybe squeezing the shoulders up to the ears, or maybe you're scrunching the face. Use that exhale to let it go. Maybe it's a thought or feeling that's not serving you, and it can just go on an exhale. Let it go. Couple more deep breaths here. Tuck the chin to the chest, really round that spine. Start to slowly work your way back up. Cross your left foot over your right thigh. Your ankle comes right over that thigh. Slide that right heel in towards your body. Hands behind you. Roll the shoulders back, sit up tall for a glute stretch. If you want, you can shift your legs left and right a little bit. Might feel the stretch slightly differently if you move around. And release the leg back down, extend it. Now cross the right leg over, slide it up. If you'd like, you can shift that foot over and back. And then release, extend both legs long. Roll it down nice and slow. And then we'll take the arms out to the side. Legs fall out to the side. Feet fall out to the side. You can snuggle your shoulders under your heart space and lengthen the neck so that the chin is slightly tucked. If you feel any discomfort in the lower back, you can bend the knees, placing them on the outside of your mat and letting the knees fall together. That should alleviate any discomfort. Take the final minute or two to just rest here, reconnecting with the breath, letting all the benefits of the last 30 minutes seep in. And inhale together through the nose. And exhale through the nose or mouth. Another inhale through the nose. This time as you exhale, surrender all the weight of your body into the floor. These last silent moments are your time for you. If you notice yourself thinking about things that are distracting, just kindly let those thoughts pass you by. Come back to how you're feeling, the quality, feeling of your breath in your body. Start to deepen the breath. Breathing in for maybe a second or two longer than you would. Really expanding that exhale. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Roll your wrists and ankles. Maybe shift your head left and right. Reach those arms all the way up overhead. Big inhale, big stretch. Ooh, that got me on the yawn. On your exhale, roll onto one side. Take a breath in and out here in the fetal pose. And rise yourself up with your head coming up last. Pressing yourself back to seated. If you'd like, you can bring your hands to your heart. Thank yourself for showing up today. I thank you for showing up today. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you have a fabulous day.